was like perfect time and you was coming in. It was crazy.
Nah, I was gonna come in. I think I better let it go.
Let's run it back.
Come
Let's
on,
run it
man.
back. Let's run it back. Let's run it back.
Come on, man. Don't do me like that, man. You see the plaques up there. Like you
Ooh,
see the plaques.
oral art,
Like,
oral
come on.
art.
That's some stuff ain't nobody never seen. You know what I mean? It is what it
I
is.
always
What
get the
up?
exclusive, right? I always get the
What up?
exclusive.
What up, FloWay? Nah, I got a bone to pick with you, bro. I
You say you
got a
got a bone to
bone.
pick with me?
I got a bone to pick with you, bro. Yo, you know I'm always talking. Hey, man, listen. First of all, thank you for once again having me on your platform, sir.
Absolutely. I'm gonna give you the proper introduction though, as
Oh,
always.
my bad. I jumped the gun.
As
My bad. My
always.
bad. My bad. My
This
bad. My
is the
bad.
FloWay Show. For those who are just tuning in, my special guest tonight, he's a Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter. He has a distinguished voice and sound. He's brought you hits like Bad Suffocate, It's Yours, and many more. I'm happy to call this guy a friend who got a bone to pick with me tonight. He's back on the FloWay Show to talk about his new
For
album,
sure.
Time. Please show some love, man, in the comments to J.Holiday, my brother, man. Thank you once again for joining me, man.
Hey, for sure, for sure. And honestly, it ain't a real thing. But I'm like every time cause see what people don't understand is you have this platform, but then you also have a behind the scenes thing that you do, which is making sure that a lot of these cities get to experience this R&B work, this R&B
Correct.
smoke. You understand what I'm
Correct.
saying? And you know, I've seen a couple flyers. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, how Flo didn't call the bro. You know, I gotta rhyme it. How Flo didn't call the bro. What's going on? Like he know, but I also understand the politics and how everything works, and I have to basically give you your flowers on making sure that people get to experience this R&B stuff, because I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people wasn't. I think a lot of people start trying to like copy what you do, bro. Am I wrong for feeling that way?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to a lot of things.
What
So
R&B shows would we really getting before before FloWay was like a
I,
part
I,
of it?
I've put a lot of stuff out there. I've seen some
Okay,
stuff you put
okay.
there. But I keep it, we're going to keep it all the way real. I've seen some stuff like, damn, I put that together. And then somebody else take it and kind of put their own twist on it and
Yeah,
everything. But
I get it.
that's the game. You know what I mean? That's the game. You know what I mean? You try to be original as you can be, but but we working though. We
No,
working. We
you
got some
always
stuff.
working for sure.
You
Let me go
working.
sit
You
over here.
working too. You working too. You know what I mean? We gonna get into the album. And we working. We got some stuff we're working on. We gonna get into everything, man. I was thinking right earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, as long as I knew Jay, right, in your career, I've never heard you talk about this in any conversation. You probably have. But how did you get the name J.Holiday? Because we've done business, so I know your full name, right? I'm not gonna put your government
Right.
out there, right?
Nah, they know.
So I'm
It's a
like, how
few
did you
people on here that
how,
done Google me. You can Google me. You know what I'm saying? I done got out of police stops because they put my license name on there. Like, oh, you, but yeah, okay. Nah, real talk. But nah, so I got the name. The J stands for James. That's where the King J comes from. Like before anybody started using that handle on Instagram and any of that, it was, I can't say I was the first person called King James because I didn't go by James. I went by J. You know what I'm saying? But there was a reason behind me saying King J.Holiday. Everybody was like, "You ain't no king. What you trying to say? You the king of?" What you talking about? King James. I'm a PK. I'm a preacher's kid. So my music is the King James version of R&B. You understand what I'm saying? That's just the J. But the holiday came from, I don't know how much you know about like trying to promote new artists and get them signed and get them a deal and all that stuff. You got to go in with this whole spiel. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
And the only thing they want to know, is he a star or is she a star? Is the music dope? And they was just like, they already know. He looked like something. Okay. So they ain't have to
Yeah,
say that.
because let's put it out there, people. If you're an artist, there's no artist development anymore. They're not wasting
At
dollars on
all.
that.
At all.
There's no investment to that, like a diamond in the rough and all of that, and how they deal with the temptations and groom you. You got to come in there pretty much already groomed these days. So
Yeah.
let's just get that out of the way.
So they said, you know what? He looked like something. He sound like something. We just gonna play the music. So a lot of the A&Rs, the people that was going in and having these conversations on behalf of me was just like, bro, we played it and it felt like we wasn't at work. So I made work easy for the execs. So that's how they was just like, yo, let's give him the Holiday handle. And everybody was like, well, can he hold up to the, the Jennifer Holiday and the Billie Holiday? And they was just like, no, he loves the music. So trust me, he'll be able to handle that. You know what I'm saying? And it was just basically like I was a lover of the art, man. You know what I mean? And that's how I got it. J.Holiday, James Holiday. Yeah.
Mm. You know, with all that you've been through, right, in the industry, um, the ups and downs, and dealing with labels and different things like that. Do you still like truly love this? Like what you do? Do you still truly love it, or it's something that if you had an opportunity to do something else, you would do something else?
Um, I've had opportunities to do other things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And one making those decisions wouldn't have it wouldn't have fed my soul. You understand what I'm saying? I tell this story all the time, and people like, whatever, he lying. You can go fact check me. I ain't gonna throw names out there, but if you want to just make some calls and fact check, like I got offered Jamal on Empire first, and I didn't play it for the specific reason of like, nah, we can't write that character a different way. This is what the character has to be. And I was like, by all means, thank you for looking at me for the situation, but I'm good. And that was to protect my family. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that knows me be like, nah, Jay not even like that. But I don't want to have to explain that to my kids. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't important enough for me to move in that direction. You know what I'm saying?
If it don't feel right in your
Um,
spirit to do something, then why do it?
yeah, but like
That's
music,
simple.
had music kept moving in a great direction, then I probably would have just stepped aside. You know what I'm saying? But when people like, yo, bro, when you coming out with something, man, like we need to hear you because this stuff out here, this is what the fans and the people are telling me. So if I come to y'all and be like, people saying they ain't really rocking with R&B like that, I didn't say it. This is what people bringing to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't leave. This is what I signed up for. You know what I'm saying?
And
And even if it's just me,
mm-hmm.
you could love it, like it, or hate it. I don't. It's but I'm going to always give y'all quality work. So to answer your question, I don't really think there's something else I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Even if it's just bringing in the new era of me, the female artists, the male artists, the rappers, the what. Like, I know how this thing goes down. You know what I mean? So, mm,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Who's some of the people that you see that you like in the new era?
in the new era,
Mm-hmm. That you would probably do a song with, do a project with, like.
Ari, Ari Lennox. You know what I'm saying?
I thought about this, right? And
That's kind of that's kind
I think
of
you and Vito would be dope, though.
Vito's my guy though. Like we done toured
That,
in
well,
Australia and all that
I didn't even
together.
know that, and that's my
Yeah,
guy too. And you, my guy.
yeah.
I just put it out there.
Me,
I thought about you and
me,
Vito
Vito,
would do
Pleasure
something together.
P, um, me, Vito, Pleasure P, RL,
Mm-hmm.
and Lloyd. We toured in Australia and New Zealand. You know what I'm saying? Now Vito's my guy. You know what I mean? And then what people don't even understand, Lucky Day, who's the guy that's Lucky Day now? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell y'all what name he went by before, but he wrote Make That Sound. He wrote Lights Go Out, Lucky Day. You know what I'm saying? Like these are things that people don't understand. Like, nah, Lucky Day been on it. He been on
Mm-hmm.
it. So, like, okay, you asked me what new artist, Lucky Day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
D said Eric Bellinger. Eric Bellinger is the truth too.
yeah, for
Eric,
sure, for sure.
mm-hmm.
And but I also have to go off of who I have relationships with. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all competition. That's I think what's missing. It's like I'm better than you because of my relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because your relationships could look better than somebody else's. But for me, it's always been the music. It's always been the passion. It's always been, come on, man. Like let's just be real. I always
But
give
see,
everybody their flowers.
I like seeing like the collaborative projects nowadays. Like back. especially when you were coming up, you didn't get a lot of those. Everybody, it was
Mm-hmm.
because it was still like people were so competitive, and that's in hip hop and R&B. People were so competitive, and people would do their own thing. But I like to see what people doing the collaborative albums and different things like that because it exposes your fan base to their fan base. They vice versa. You know what I mean? And if the project is dope, the project is dope. So I like to see.
So, what you
I
saying
like
that
to see stuff like that.
my biggest problem in R&B is we don't come together enough like the rappers do. You understand what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like we don't because our genre is such an ego based genre. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, nah, I gotta be the R&B guy, or if somebody's sorting me out, I gotta be this. But what happens when we all come together? Because you see what happens when we all on the same show. It sells out. So why not get on some songs? And I seen a couple comments. No disrespect to Luke James, no disrespect to Ro James. All the Jameses, I'm on the Jameses. Respect.
You
You
said
know what I'm
James is my
saying?
name.
Yeah. If you seen the movie Little, shouts out to Wolf, aka Luke James. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm.
but yeah, man, I think that's the biggest thing for us. We'll come together for shows to see who closes and who opens, but we won't get in the studio together. So that'd be my biggest thing, man. If we collaborated, trust me, R&B would be back, like they say. I can't snap with my right hand because I'm not right-handed, but R&B would be back ASAP.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Stop being hookies. When I say hookies, like, stop being on hooks.
You know what? It's so I think right. It's kind of crazy because like you made me realize that hip hop used to be so competitive, and people on the hip hop side are doing more collaborative projects and coming together more as a unit now than ever before. And on the R&B side, it's still division. It's still so competitive. And I've done many shows. Man, I've been doing concerts for 15 years, and I've always run into the issues of people don't want to go on before certain people. People don't want to close before certain people. People don't do shows before certain, with certain people, and it always affects the business. It's like, yo, this is what the fans want to see. The fans want to see you and you together. This is what they want to see, and you have guys' egos coming away, and a lot of times people want to close the show,
And
and
listen,
the opener be
listen.
killing the game more than the
I
closer. Let's just
I
be real.
done I done shows with folks. So I ain't gonna never throw nobody under the bus. You know what I'm saying? My manager is
You walk
definitely
out.
in here. My brother's in here. No, not even that. It's on some. The promoter wanted me to close, right? So people will either show up extremely late, so that way the promoter has to rush the show. It's like, man, can you just go ahead because such and such in here? They said they on the way. Cool. I ain't. Guess what? My check ain't gonna change if I go on now or later. Like, my check ain't gonna change, and if that's what they want, that's on them. I'm not tripping. I do not care about my
I know,
placement in the
I know
show, bro.
you don't
You
give two
know,
shits.
we done been through this. Like, come on,
You don't
bro.
give two shits. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
You don't give two shits.
at all.
Moving on, right? I wanna run through some of your favorite records. I wanna run through what happened, man?
My apologies.
I got something in my ear.
Get it. Get your man right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you didn't already
You
told
put
on
that
yourself.
tomorrow. I'm child.
You said what happened, babe. So
Yo,
you already told on
let me
yourself.
tell you
That's on
something.
you.
Anytime she'll be like, yo, nigga, you got something in your beard right there. You're a little awkward.
Let me take my sip. I ain't even pull mine in a cup, so I ain't trying to like promote nobody that ain't giving me a check.
He
Hold on, give
lying.
me a
He
second.
lying. He lying.
He said, we'll pour it in the cup, not on the can, because he didn't get a J. Shout out to Bel Air Bumble, the vibe, you know what I'm on tonight, you know what I mean? There we go. Something
Hey,
like that.
tell Shorty, hey, perfect. Shouts out for that. Hey, listen, it gotta be organic. It,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be organic, man. We can't see it. Like ain't nobody zooming into your face, but she could see it. She was like, "Hey, Playboy." Let me get
You
that
got
real
that?
quick. Let me get that real quick. Yeah,
Get that.
ain't
Sit
nothing
right
wrong with
there.
that.
All right. So when I name these songs, right, these are some of my favorite records.
Okay.
And I just want you to tell me that the first thing that comes to mind. I mean,
Are you just telling me song titles or artists and songs?
song titles. You could just tell me it could be anything associated with the record. These are all your records, of course. It could
Oh, I'm about
be
to say, what if I don't know the song? Okay, cool. We in there.
anything, anything that comes to mind, any memory, anything you will call. It's all good.
Gotcha.
Fall.
Ah man, that's a guy that's just like, yo, shorty, man. You know what I mean? Like you see her off jumping, you know what it is. You know, it's falling, pimping me. Like see, I'm about to jump the gun on you. Like it's hey
I
look,
like
you ever heard
he
like
went from the
people
pimping me to falling in love.
you ever heard be like people just be simps on their records?
Mhm.
But my records like that, I ain't never simp. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. But go ahead. But yeah, that's a bad joint. That's a bad joint.
Suffocate.
I ain't want to break up when she left and I had to fix something and hope that she came back. You know, you see some tears come out of guy when it's the one he messed up. You know what I mean?
What you saying? What you saying?
See,
I was gonna give you the next song.
yeah, don't mess up with her because you gonna be singing "Suffocate" in a second.
Yo, you know what? You know what? See, you want to do that? Listen, Jay, you did premeditated murder. Okay, you put her to bed, then you suffocated
You understand what I'm saying? No, I put her to bed and then I killed myself with my ego, and you know what I mean. I can't breathe. She didn't say she can't
her.
breathe.
I can't. That's true.
I can't breathe when you're away from me.
See,
I
he
can't
wasn't
breathe
listening.
when you touching me. I suffocate when you're away from me. You understand what I'm saying?
Smooth, smooth, smooth.
Yeah.
Um,
Forever ain't enough.
other than that, okay.
Oh
That
man.
one enough.
I just oh man. I just always wanted to be a part of music in a way that made people just appreciate the lyrics. Cause I mean for me, I've never doubted myself when it came to like vocal ability or what kind of product I put out. But like Forever and Enough, that's a lot of people's favorite. Pimping Me, that's a lot of people's favorite. On this new album, 1440 is gonna be a lot of people's favorite. Um, and those would be quote unquote the simp records. Like, now I gotta live up to this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, you don't. You grown. Do what you do. If that's not where you at, then don't do that. But if you like pimping me, understand it's the same thing as Forever Ain't Enough and 1440. It's just said in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, like Forever Ain't Enough is just like if we literally control it to where it's forever, that still ain't enough. What female don't want to hear that? You know what I mean? What female don't want to hear that?
That's
Because they
facts.
not telling us that, by the way. Let's just throw
She
that
want
out
to
there.
hear it. If it's true, so
Let's,
you ain't getting that. You ain't
yeah.
getting that. One of my favorites, and I think this is one of your realest songs, realest songs, "Back of My Lac."
For sure.
Like,
Oh, you want to?
what's that?
That was
Yeah.
that was a struggle. I'm broke. I just want to put my emotions out on record. At the time, I was drinking Hennessy hard. At the time, I was smoking weed hard. And at the time, I had a Cadillac. Like I hadn't made no money. I was driving a 1990 two-door special edition pearl white Eldorado Cadillac with white interior.
What year? What year?
1990.
19. No, I'm saying what year was this? That
This was right after I left my group. 2004, the end of
you was driving
2004,
90 to 2000.
2005.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I had my Acura. I had the old school '93 Acura Legend at the crib, but that was back in
Okay.
DC. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I've always had them cars. Was like, I got this. Yeah, yeah, Acura Legend. Bim, bim, bim. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I gravitated towards Cadillac, so it was like I'm sitting in the back of my Lac, smoking my dro,
Mm-hmm.
sipping my yak. Yeah, yeah. And it's on some like, if you didn't know what kind of lac I was driving, I'm driving a two door, so I got to put the seat up to get in the back. Like, this is a two door. You know how depressed you got to be
To do
to
all
to do all that to get in a two door Cadillac with some
the,
weed
in the back.
in the
In the
back by
back.
yourself.
In
Yeah.
the
So
back.
that was like a depressing song, but a depressing song where I'm trying to motivate myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about like I'm a Sagittarius, so at the time I would just nut up sometimes on some like, don't talk to me, blah. Oh, Jay done shut down. So in the times that I didn't know how to speak to the people that was trying to have my back, I just put it on record. You know what I'm saying? And that was just me saying sometimes I don't feel like I want to keep going. So I just go
Mm-hmm.
sit in my car and be alone. And I smoke and I drink and I smoke and I drink. You know what I'm saying? And like if you listen to the beginning of the song, it says, "This is for my pimps. This is
Mm-hmm.
for my hustlers. This is for my lack, Jack, Lavin, yeah." And at the end, I say, "And what's my name? Uncle James, my uncle." Because that's what we do. That's what we used to do with him. You know what I'm saying? He used to come in the house. What's my name? We be like, Uncle James. Like, that was a real thing.
Wow.
You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? But he died in 91. So this is me just trying to keep everything motivated, man.
One of my favorites, man. One of my favorites. I'm so glad um, that you shared that. That you shared that with us. Cause that song just hit me. Hit me. You know what I mean? What's your favorite record? Now you've been all across the world. You performed, I think probably everywhere in your career. What's your favorite song to perform? No matter how big, no matter how small the crowd is.
I mean, that's kind of like an easy one. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, shouts out to the Dream. You know what I mean? Who has made it possible for you guys to hear Bed and Suffocate. Um, like the cars, the cars could have fell any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like the cars could have fell, and I might have not ended up with Bed. I had already had Suffocate, but we wouldn't have chosen to use Suffocate if we didn't get Bed. So my favorite record to perform is gonna be the record that no matter what is the record that absolutely introduced me to the world. We could say Be With Me, you know what I'm saying? But Be With Me was more of like he from DC, he shot the video in front of Ben's Chili Bowl. That was more like a city, come on, get behind me. Dark Child did this, bow, bow, bow. But then you got Umbrella, and then Dream hit the world right behind that with Bed, and then he hit the world right behind that with Suffocate. Like those two records changed my life. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to performing them, everybody's like, "You're not gonna outdo Bed." Of course I will. But however, that's where I got my like official stamp, my start, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
that just is what it is. I love to perform them because at the end of the day, as soon as that goom, 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 it's rap.
I see their reaction. I
You
see their
seen it.
reaction.
I'm about to say you seen it, bro.
I see that. You know, my favorite though is yours.
see,
Suffocating is yours.
you could.
Suffocating is yours. Those two are my favorite. I'm be
Well,
honest
people
with
don't understand that Suffocate was actually technically numbers wise bigger than Bed, but that is what it is. I
you.
can't do your research for you, but um, I mean, I love to perform all my records, but like when it comes to the one that I like to perform the most is the one that I have to sing the less on, and that's
And
Bed.
your crowd gonna take
Y'all
it
go
over.
ahead.
They gave you a little
The
break.
show is over. I'm about to get out of here. Eh, you know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Wow, man. You
Oh, and shouts out to Big Jasper for It's Yours.
mm-hmm.
Shouts out to Tricky Stewart for Suffocate. Shouts out to Carlos for Bed. These are producers, you know what I'm saying? Because oftentimes With the R&B, the producer really gets overlooked. With rap, it's always like, who produced that? But with R&B, it kind of gets overlooked. You know what I'm saying? It gets overlooked. So shouts out to them, man. Shouts out to them for sure.
Do you know? I love to give people their flowers, Jay. And I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. Do you really know how valuable you are? I'm drinking, so that may have came out a little
Now,
weird.
is this? Are you asking the?
That-
Are you
do you know how
asking the
valuable you
arrogant
are?
me or the humble
Whatever,
me?
whatever you want to give to
Nah, finish your
R&B.
question because you didn't finish it. Go ahead.
To R&B. When you came out, right? And let's just say you came out at the end, right towards the end of the, let's just say, the millennium era. But when you came out with something different. It was different than what we got. We was getting the bubblegum R&B, we was getting the dancing, and it's all good. We was getting good music. You know what I mean? At the same time, but you came out, and you came out so raw and so real. It was like you changed. You just kind of changed for our era. You just kind of it was different. Like Back of My Lac album, that shit was just different because you gave people the the R&B. You gave them the shit that they wanted to hear at the same time. You know what I mean? You serenaded the ladies and all of that. But then you put that real shit on there. You put that pain on there. You showed
Mm-hmm.
people you were punk. You exposed that from the beginning.
For
And I
sure.
think that's what made people be so invested in you. You know what I mean? And I know that we're gonna get into time. We're gonna get into the new music and
No,
all
no,
of
you
that.
good.
But that made people be so invested into you because you came out raw. You came out real.
You know
You know
what?
what I mean?
None of that. I think Back of My Lac made that intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like we already had Ghetto. I had already referenced Suffocate for Omarion. That joint is just sitting in the wings. We didn't ever expect to use that record. You know what I mean? Like we thought maybe they bought it or whatever, and they was just waiting to put it out. Um, and then we had Fallen on. We had a bunch of different records and a bunch of different producers and stuff that I dealt with, like Justice League and and on Fatal we had JQ, and on Without You and Be With Me we had Adonis Shropshire and Dark Child and Donnie Scance on Ghetto. Um, I just authentically wanted to for people to look at me on some real, and it's weird that people would ever have to, that any artist would ever have to think. I want you to look at me for everything other than being light skinned. You understand what I'm saying? Because they think we just get it. Like, ah, man, he light skinned, he acting light skinned, he looking light skinned, like. So I had to work harder
Mm.
for people to understand. Nah, now understand, me being light skinned and looking the way I look is the plus. Understand, I'll sing you under the table. I'll swag you under the table. These are all things I had to learn. Like you know how they said, you said that they don't have any more like any kind of media training or artist development or anything like that.
Out the window.
I've,
Right.
I've been through it, and I didn't realize that some of the stuff I was doing in school, elementary school, middle school, high school, was all artist development for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that because that's what I had been doing for so long. So I really feel like everybody's like, nah, man, stand on it, accept what you have, and I'm just like, I don't want to be that guy, man. Cause then we gonna get back to the he acting light skin. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like I can sing, I'm fly, and then I smack this. I I wholehearted five open
That's
fingers. What did the five fingers say to the face? Rick James smacked you like another James. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and they just like, no, just stay humble, blah blah blah. I was like, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be the guy that my team. They know there's two sides to me, but my fans should never feel threatened. They should never feel disrespected. They should never feel unappreciated. You know, and that's something that I've learned from my mom. My mom's just like, you know, do what you do. She never told me to stay humble because I think her teachings made me stay humble. But,
mm,
you know, like I feel like I'm great at what I do. And I should be able to say that about myself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Some people like, there you go. There you go with that light skin. You know what I mean? So I have to be great at my craft. I
Right.
have to.
Right. You can't wait for people to big you up. Getting bigged up is cool, you know what I mean? If it's real love and it's genuine, but you can't wait for people to uplift you. You gotta uplift yourself.
Yeah.
You know. Um,
Believe in
what
yourself
was
always.
hmm what was the biggest challenge for you, right? Because you've been with major labels. What was the biggest challenge for you? Um, pretty much releasing music as an independent artist over the years, last couple of years.
My biggest challenge was just how the distribution of music is now, how it changed. So like people would think that it changed over time, but it changed so fast, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we went from I could go in my crate at home, well, my box, my cardboard box that I packed up everything. I could show you my CDs and my cassette tapes. Like when I used to go to Tower Records and buy the 99-cent singles and all of that. Like it went from cassette tapes to CDs, and then all of a sudden it was MP3s and Napster and all that, and then it was like, oh man, well CDs, we not doing that no more. Like streaming. Like your music ain't on Spotify, your music ain't on blah blah blah. Like I'm a grassroots kind of artist, so that's been the most difficult part is figuring out that you have these companies that control that. You know what I mean? And if they don't control it, they have the relationships for it. Like everything in this business is always going to be relationship based. Period. Point blank. It doesn't matter if it's getting signed to a label, getting your songs on playlists for streaming and all of that. Um, you sometimes you can be so into yourself that you just like, I'm cool. My music gonna sell. Nah, player. The whole system done changed, bro. You got to figure it out. You got to change with the times. You know what I'm saying? Pun intended, time. But on some real, shouts out to Milk and Sis, my executive producers with me. Shouts out to Darius, my co-executive producer, my manager. He used to be my A&R at Capitol. And shouts out to Empire, man, because Empire has been making it happen for a lot of artists, like a
I,
lot.
I
So
agree.
shouts out to Empire, man. Real talk.
Would you would you ever sign to a major again, or you like the way things are for you right now?
As a like sign it, we label and label. You know what I mean?
The
Um,
business will be different for you.
yeah, nah, not as an artist. You know what I'm
Hmm
saying? I've never had a 360 deal, and I know for a fact that that's what they would try to negotiate right now. Me coming in just as an artist, straight to the label. I'm never signing directly to a major label ever again. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to give me a label deal or something like we not doing that. You know, I put in too much hard work for this. You know, I've
hmm
lost too much time with my family and friends and kids and people don't understand. Sometimes us artists don't get a chance to really enjoy life. You like, oh, y'all flying everywhere. Man, I flew 16 hours to Australia to be there for less than 12 hours to just get back and do 16 again. That's what y'all want to do? Like, that's 32 hours to be in a city or a country
Time
or a
invested.
continent for less than 12 hours. Bro, it's not that fun all the time at
hmm
all.
And then people, you're not just, you're there performing, but look at all the time invested. You miss it with your family and your kids and all that stuff, man. It's a lot. Um, your new album, time.
Yeah.
It's definitely time. It's been like 8 years, like 7 to 8 years, since your last project. R&B fans want to know, Jay, right? What took so long for another album?
Well, actually, um, 2014, I put out an album, which, we don't talk about it because if I talk about it, then I'm gonna have to tell a bunch of bad business about a bunch of people that's probably still doing executive stuff on other people's albums. So
Is
I
that
don't like to.
is that guilty conscience?
Yeah, that's guilty conscience. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? The one that everybody's like, yo, why they take guilty conscience off of iTunes? It's too long of a story. You know what I'm saying? I got a hard copy in my bag. If anybody wanted, I send you it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You get it for free. But So it hasn't been that long. It's what I was saying that to say it hasn't been that long. You know what I
I said
mean?
8. I said 8 years, right? Didn't I? That's 2000. You said 14.
Yeah.
Well, my math. I'm sipping on the bamboo. My math is close, right?
No. But understand when we're talking about time. So we're talking about albums or songs or music. Because I put out a lot of music.
You know, album. Let's say.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I know you've put out
that's a bet.
since then, but just far as in a body of work, just what took so long. The game's been people been wanting it.
Well, I always sneak out things here and there. You know, I did vacation. I've done things in between albums and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, if you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? So I never look at it as 8 years. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, you can go look up Vacation. That came out not too long ago. But that was just like a mixtape kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But you know, being independent, leaving Capitol, sitting on Def Jam for 2.5 years. People like, yo, he was signed to Def Jam? Yeah, I was signed to Def Jam for 2.5 years. So a lot of people don't understand. This is just how things go sometimes. And I could sit and I can complain and try to say it's their fault and whatever, but like my journey is my journey, man. And you know what I can say? I was signed to Capitol Records, which is one of the biggest labels ever. And I can say I was signed to Def Jam, which is one of the biggest labels ever. A lot of people can't say that. So I have no complaints. You know what I mean? My time and my timing and the time that I'm supposed to win is going to be what it is. So, you know, for the most part, all I really want to focus on right now is time and the new album. You know what I mean? And that's not the and that's not to take away from the questions that you asking, but you know, that was a great segue for me to, you know, like
That was my next. That was
it
we
is what
on
it
time,
is.
bro. We in sync because that was my next
Yeah,
segue. So you in time with me, man.
yeah,
11 songs, right? All
yeah.
produced by Milk and Cigs, right? All produced by.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
what was your mindset, man, going into this album? Just versus your previous projects. What was different about going into this for you?
I'm just going into it. The first two songs that we recorded was 25 to Life and Time.
Yep.
And the minute I heard Time and you know, I heard Time, I was like, all right, cool. Because I knew that vocally I had to go through here, and here. We went through a couple different levels of vocals in that song. And I was just like, I don't know if this gonna work because everybody's gonna think this or he been away for a minute. He still got it and blah 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 whatever. And but then once I put my vocals on it, I said, you know what? This is a joint. You know what I mean? And time just made me say it's time. Like whether we're thinking about the time we spend with family, relationships, love, sex, fixing relationships, whatever it is, time is so important that people
Especially the
they don't
pandemic.
realize it.
Not to cut you off, but the pandemic has showed us that time is
And then the pandemic hit. So it was like, you can't tell me I'm wrong. You know what I mean? And sometimes you have so much self-doubt. Like, I don't know, starting the FloWay and promoting and doing shows and doing the podcast and all that. I don't know how many times you doubted yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you just went into it like, nah, I got it. Or if you was just like, yeah, you know what
Let's
I'm
keep it
saying?
real. Let's keep it real. Let me off there.
You know,
Let me.
you know what I mean? I second guess myself sometimes. But it just got to the point where it's like, you know what? I don't even care anymore. My fans and my family and my friends enjoy it. I'm good. Like, what do I have to complain about? You know what I mean? I'm on my second passport. I don't know too many people that can say that. I ran out of stamps. I ran out of pages. I ran out of pages on my first one. People don't even realize you can get pages added to your passport.
Tracy, you knew that?
Yes, sir.
And she's like, of course I did. But yeah, you can get pages added to your passport. I had to do that. I had to do that for the first one. And now I'm on my second one. I'm good. Like, what do I have to complain about? It's only 7 continents. I've been to 6 of them.
J.Holiday said he taking his PTO.
Yeah, like what you mean? They don't got no stages to perform on in Antarctica. That's the only place I haven't been. Like, what you want me to say? Like, I have no
Look.
complaints.
As a promoter, I'm over here like, let me see what the market look
It's horrible. I don't, yeah,
like.
don't even. It ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah, but nah, like, and see, that's what they like. See, there go Jay with the light skin shit again. But like,
Fuck all that, man. Fuck all
but you understand what I'm saying? Like, what do I have to really complain about other than being mad at myself because I knew that I could have done this or I could have done that and I could have made a better decision. Or people have to get out of the routine of blaming other people.
Correct.
You got to get out of the routine of blaming other people. Like, your gift is your gift. Explore it, expand on it, try, fail, win, try, fail. Like, stop waiting for validation from people that don't matter.
You'll be waiting forever.
You'll be waiting forever, bro.
Like, damn, they ain't get that shit to me yet.
You know what I'm saying? And
Well, you
all
know,
I
you
have,
right here before you even get that shit.
I have
You might
my
be in the casket before you get it. Realistically,
man, I have my team.
mm,
I have people like you. Like, we do repeat business. People like, man, how you there every year or two times a year? Because we believe in having great business. If we see great business with you, it's gonna continue. Period. Point blank. Um, Everybody don't know how to do that. Everybody can't do that. Everybody don't even have the temperament to do that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having a bad day, Darius, talk to them because today's not the day for me, and I know I don't want to mess up no business. So just tell them I'm sick of something. like just,
easy.
you know what I mean? And that way, I don't look like an asshole. And I
Mm-hmm.
might just feel bad. I might be going through something, anything, whatever. But I don't know, man. I think artists really take this so serious on social media and not serious enough when it comes to your craft and in your personal circles and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because the personal circles are gonna be the ones that always got to answer the questions that you can't answer once you done something bad. You
Right.
know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You know, Jay, you released like 3, 4 singles, right? Off time.
Hmm.
I think you had started out with Ride, right?
No, we started with
25 to
25 to
Life.
Life and then Feel Like.
Mm.
Because Feel Like wasn't even gonna make the album. That was just a one off. But then we was just like, you know what? We second guessing ourselves. Put it on there.
So, the 4 joints that you released
Hmm.
from the project. You know, what vibe you think like what vibe has you been getting the most response from that you think people really feeling?
Um, there's so many different types of ears in this game. So it's like, like the musicians and the older like generation that's just like, oh, let me see what these young boys doing. Because for them, I'm still a young boy. You know what I mean? So it's 25 to Life, and then you got Feel Like gonna give me more stamps. I'm probably gonna be on my third passport soon because of Feel Like. You know what I'm saying? So people in the States like Feel Like, I don't even like that. You don't have to because we're gonna perform that outside of the country. You know
Somewhere
what I'm
else.
saying? Yeah, like we're cool. Like just relax. And then
Mm-hmm.
like riding 0 to 60, like
Mm-hmm.
it's like let's give them what they love. So it's because I didn't want to do the lower tone like in a lot of the singing. I was just like, I know the first thing they're gonna say, oh, Jay lost it. Like, no, but this is what y'all been buying. This what like so I'm not allowed to do it, but everybody else is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Would you consider this one of your best bodies of work? Like you think people are gonna be able to feel that about
Every
you?
album is one of my best bodies of work. I don't know. I don't have a best body of work because they all great for different reasons to me. You know what I mean? They were all different times in my life. Like at the time I did Round Two, that was the best. At the time I did Back of My Lac, that was the best. When I did Guilty Conscience, regardless if I want to talk about it or throw people under the bus, that was the best. Ride for me is the best in this time right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold me to that. You know, they say you only as good as the last thing you did. I don't look at life like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm only as good as me either keep going or stopping. Period. You know what I mean? So, um,
Look at you. That's
I
that 40 talking.
you understand what I'm saying? But nah, but like no, like time.
Mm.
I understand, man. Like you get older. I think a lot of people don't realize they get older. I really don't think that they
Mm.
think that they age. Like, yeah, I was 25, 21, 30, 35 once. That passes. And
What
once,
year did you come in the game, Jay? 22, 23?
nah, 2000, when people really knew about me, like 2006. Maybe the end of 2005, but like 2006 for sure.
And she was like 22, 23 at that time?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was 23 going on 24. They told everybody I was 20, but yeah.
Of course, because that's politics of the
The
industry.
end of that industry age, yeah.
For people who don't know, I remember I was talking to Montel Jordan, and they didn't want people to know that he had a wife. You know what I mean? So
It's cool. They eat McDonald. They eat McDonald's money in insurance companies right now. We good. Off the same song.
hmm hmm
Shouts out to Montel Jordan, man.
at 40, right? What does success mean to you at this point in your career? Like, this album is coming out February 7th. Just what is success to you, man, at this point in your life?
No matter some of the viral things that I've gone viral for, and stating my piece or having my opinion, um, people can only blackball you if you let them.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So to just know that God's on my side, and to know that when it comes to my fans and my music and the attention and passion that I put into it, you can't take that from me. Um, that's what I'm most excited and happy and proud about. You know what I mean? To know that I know a bunch of artists that ended up flipping burgers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That had number ones, and just to know that I didn't end up in that situation. Like I'm extremely grateful and I feel blessed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Dope. Super dope. Last time I was talking to you, I forgot to ask you, and it was on my mind. Versus, right? The whole versus thing is popping, right? Everyone's doing it. We see that, and then music is about to do it. Um, if you got approached to do it, would you ever do it, or do you think
It had to
that
be on.
the people
It had to be on my terms.
have to be on your what?
On my terms.
On your terms.
Yeah. If I'm gonna do a versus, this the thing. Because somebody might be like, he don't got enough songs to do verses. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? So how about this? Let's get one band. They learn all the songs. You sing mine, and I sing yours. That's the type of verses I want to do. Don't nobody want to do that.
Oh wow.
I know for a fact don't nobody want that smoke. So we're gonna just leave that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I'm not for what. I mean, I get it, and shouts out to Timberland and Swiss Beats and the whole Versus Nation and everything. Like, shouts out to that. Like, that's dope to see those types of things happen. You know what I'm saying? But if the first comment is gonna be Jay don't got enough records, that's fine. Sing mine, and I'll sing yours. Let's just leave it there. If we can't do that, leave me alone.
Mhm.
Like, let's just leave that alone. You know,
I love it though. I love it, right? But at the same time, I was thinking like, damn, it looks like if let's just say one artist, right? Let's say you take the W, right? Somebody takes the W and somebody takes the L because that's what society is, right? It's supposed to be like a celebration of both artists, but people are looking for somebody to be the loser and somebody to be the winner. And you have people who put 20 plus years in this game, and then you do something like that, and it's like, okay, you're not as great as you used to be, or you know what I mean? I just feel like I like it, but at the same time, I think it hurts some artists. And when you see artists do it, and you see somebody may perform better than the other person, or somebody have a
you
good night,
you
people
know what?
just
You
think
want
of
my
social media age that we didn't know. But
you want my real opinion on it?
yeah, keep
And
it.
I'm gonna keep it funky but respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, why are we still competing in that manner?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it went from competition to now to celebration, back to people fighting on the verses. To y'all do realize they just still seeing us going against each other, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
You
They work
understand what
so
I'm saying?
hard to be.
So if it's a celebration, let's just make it a complete and total celebration. Because like now it's become to who's winning, who's losing. I haven't seen the list of the wins and losses yet, so I don't understand where we still, y'all did it. It was COVID. COVID's almost over, whatever. Like leave that alone. Let go. That's a phase. It's pat. Like
Mhm.
I just hate
Oh
to
no,
see
it's the
it.
charts now though. It's the charts like it's like Billboard. Who's taking
Yeah,
this now? Who's
I
taking
just
that?
hate to. Yeah, I just hate to see us going against each other like that. Cause like
There's legends in the game that's doing it, and there's legends that's being discredited.
my
That's
favorite
not
one,
a
my
bad
my
fight.
my favorite one was Babyface and um and Teddy Riley. You understand what I'm saying? Even though they had to postpone it, da 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 da. I understand. I like songs on both sides. There was songs I learned about that I didn't know he did that. So I
Yeah,
learned something versus picking a side. Like I didn't, you know what I mean?
it was educational. Yeah,
It,
some
for
of them
me,
was like
for me, for me,
educational.
it was. For me, it was. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, bro. I just feel like it's so easy for us to come up with something for us to go head to head at. And it's just like sometimes I think we realize when it got away from us. Like it's it's dope. It's dope. You know what I mean? But for some of them, it's just kind of like, yeah. I think y'all losing battles. Like let it go. Like too many more people that can battle. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like just let it go. Y'all had it. Just let it go. You know what I mean? Like when we start getting to the when we start getting to the Isley brothers and like it's like all right, y'all doing way too much now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I appreciated though about the Isleys and Earth, Wind, and Fire is the stories that we got.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
get the stories and seeing them and that aspect of it, but people still put it in the competition
And
space.
again, in no way am I saying versus is whack because I know that's what everybody gonna be like. Oh man, Jay was like, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is okay. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on. Let's get some great records out of all those verses. Let's do some new stuff. You know what I mean? That's all.
You often get a lot of flack, for having your opinion, but who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
They do. They do. They give me the light
It's
skin.
like, but it's
They give
like,
me the light skin.
if you keep it real about how you feel, that's how you feel. At the end of the day, and everyone else is gonna voice their opinion. Everyone's gonna do it. You know what I mean? I could sit on here and voice my opinion. We got people watching. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, is you voice your opinion, but I think that's why your fans love you, man. The truth, the core of the fan base that you have, I think that's one of the main reasons why they love you. You're humble, but at the same time, you keep it real. You're gonna state how you feel. You're gonna state what's on your mind. And sometimes, things may not come out the way you want them to come out, but you're gonna keep it real and express how you feel. And if anybody that's watching, if they ever got a chance to be around you, go to any of the shows, anything like that, you would know that J.Holiday is a very personal guy. I'm vouching for this man right here, right now. So he's a very personable guy, and he'll take pictures with everybody. Let's just keep it real. He'll show
The
he'll
cooks.
show
The
love to
cooks.
everybody.
The
Listen,
cooks. The bodyguards. Whoever.
yeah, let me tell you something. I done been in spots with some of your favorite artists, and they be like, "Nah, she ugly."
Man,
Swear on everything I love. Like, don't want to take a picture with somebody because of the way somebody look.
I've heard the
Don't take
stories,
a picture
but
of somebody because somebody's a male. Or I've seen you take pictures from young to old. I've seen you show people from young to old. So that shit about you a hater or whatever. Nah, that's just you being real and saying how the fuck you feel, and that's just what it is. You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Um, you know, Valentine's. Valentine's is coming up. I'm married, so I'm out here in the streets.
Oh, I
But I don't
think
know.
we. I think we know. I think we all know now. I think we
Let's
know.
open your beer, right?
I didn't know
Um,
before, but I think we know now.
so of course, we got women on the check-in. So Tracy, ready? So I'm gonna let Wifey, I'm gonna let Trace take over for a minute. She gonna ask you some of those questions that the ladies may be wanting to know, whatever. I think some of these she probably got from her girlfriend. Some people sent some questions as well. She gonna go ahead and ask those questions because I'm not about to sit here and be like, so Jay, when it's time to romance girl, right? I'm not about to do that.
Nah,
So
it's cool.
I'm
Hey,
passing over.
real quick though. Um, let's see. People be like, "There go Jay with the light skin." Nah, it's 9:10, right? I got another one I'm supposed to do at 9:30. But this some UK stuff. You know what I'm saying on Zoom or whatever. So you know what I mean. Not,
But UK, they on our time, same time.
I mean, yeah, we doing Eastern time. But I ain't wanted to. And I
Now you
understand we
good,
can
bro.
put. Now understand this is how I communicate with my management without having to communicate with my management. You know what I'm saying?
D
This ain't
Jones.
on y'all. Let's finish what we doing. You know what I'm saying? But
I
yeah,
got you, bro. I
yeah.
got you.
Don't rush off.
All right, go ahead, Tracy.
Let's
Ready?
make it organic. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Let's make it organic.
That's letting D know to communicate with the people that he needs to communicate with. People.
Yeah.
It won't be long. I promise. It won't be long.
That sounded like such a lie, but go ahead.
Shit, let me see. She got about 30 questions here, Jay.
He's lying.
I can see. She
He's
just
lying.
scrolled to see which one she was gonna try to
No, he's
find.
like I was trying to choose so we wouldn't take so much of the time, but
Go ahead.
he's lying.
No, I got one more question after that, so you could go.
Okay. All right. So if you could jump back in time, what
Hmm.
year would you want to be in and why?
Good to see you, my brother. My bad. If I could jump back in time, what year
And why?
and why? Oh man. Um, I don't know. You know, like you watch these movies and different things, or they like time travel and this and that or whatever. When you change one thing, you change everything. So I would stay exactly where I'm at. With the pain and the struggle and the hate and all that, I would stay exactly where I am. You know what I mean? Because who knows what's gonna happen? What's gonna be different if I go back and try to change something? You know what I mean? Like how I know that we would even be sitting here having this conversation. You know what I'm saying? If I change one thing, y'all might not be married. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing might change. Who knows? I might have been the reason y'all got married. Not saying that I am, but I'm just saying what if I go back to pre y'all and then I change something, the song never comes out, y'all never meet, it never happens, and it's you know what I mean? Yeah, so I would stay where I'm at.
Okay. All right. For a romantic night, what era of music would you rather choose? 60s and 70s or 80s and
My
90s?
man's going straight with Donny Hathaway. He's going with,
Not What Is Love.
Hey,
straight
hey,
up.
I'm gonna go 80s and 90s, man. You know what I'm saying? My
Mm-hmm.
guy Marvin was in the 80s, and of course we know who was in the 90s, the Jodeci's and it's
Yeah,
all of that good sexy
that's
stuff.
his thing.
Yo,
That's his.
I agree with every bar, every song that they ever did. Besides, take my money, my house,
Mm-mm.
my car. I sing that shit under my breath. I'm like, I don't want her to hear that.
There it
Right.
is. Yeah.
What's the latest you've ever arrived for on a date?
The latest?
Mm-hmm. Don't tell me you be showing up on time, cause.
Who? I show up for everything on time. Whoa, you know what? What's funny? Look, the rice, get in the comments. Ask your mans. We stay on time. And it's funny because the album's called Time, but we are very time sensitive. We don't play with nobody's money, nobody's brand,
Flashback to DC.
nobody
Hold up.
nothing. Like
Flashback to DC. You was there about 6 months ago, right? We had J.Holiday 112.
I was there.
Jay was there. What time?
mad early.
Mad
He
early.
was early.
But I was home though.
He was early. He was after he went to the bar himself to get the drink. That's how down to earth he is. He went to the
What?
bar himself.
What's gonna happen to me? Something happened to me in DC. It's a problem. I should probably quit.
You ain't the
Okay, so who would J.Holiday like to take out on a date for Valentine's Day? Would it be someone in the industry or would it be your regular girl?
It'd be
That's
my
not.
personal. It'd be my personal business, and she already got a date set up.
Oh, he said he got somebody, so don't even think about it.
Y'all
Okay.
not about to trick. Y'all not about to trick question me. Get out of here. No, sir. Nope.
Okay, so what's your ideal gift to give and get for Valentine's Day?
For
big,
Valentine's Day,
big, big.
nah. I mean, I ain't really a gift person. You know what I mean? Ideal.
Yes. You have to
See,
give a gift. At least
see
give a
that.
gift if you don't want to get one.
But I am the gift. Like, what's? I don't understand what the
Like,
question
so
is.
you rather receive more than giving? Like, so you just say you're not a gift person. So you don't like getting gifts at all?
No, I just
Or
said
you
I
don't
am the gift.
giving
So,
you don't like giving gifts.
oh no, I love giving gifts, but gifts to me is like Christmas, kids, like children, like oh my God, make my day better. Like as grown-ups, we should think about it a little deeper than that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Sometimes
So
a gift
give
a,
a
a
little bit
gift from me
more.
could be my time. Oh, there we go with time. My bad. I'm not doing this on purpose. I swear to God.
I think I've been rehearsing this shit. He said, I'm going.
He said time.
But no, like like it might be somebody that's like, man, I ain't never mocked my mom before, and then you get that on Valentine's Day. It's like, oh, shawty loved me. She gave me the mwah. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? I don't. But that's not necessarily a gift. That's just like it's a change in dynamic. You know what I mean? I just feel like people that are in love, that are supposed to be in love, or stuff like that, you shouldn't like a gift does not dictate like how I feel about you because the richest people in the world can buy you the best gift and still not care about you. So I've just never looked at it like that. You know what I mean?
He telling his love language right there. Okay.
Yeah. I've been very well media trained. No, I'm playing. But no, like seriously though.
I'm lying, nigga.
but, but no, honestly, I just think that people in relationships need to just get out of that because that gifts ain't a love language. You know what I'm saying? To me, you know what I mean? Because sometimes it's like, oh well, for real, you gonna bring me this, and but it's like, but nah, remember our first date? Remember we sat there and ate and I was broke and we ate these cheap chicken nuggets and in your mind, you like, but we 4 years down the line. I thought I was about to get something right this year. And he trying to be all nice and like nostalgic with you. You know what I mean? So I just feel like sometimes, as long as it comes from the heart, let's just say that. Let's just say that.
Because once you like set a
That
level of gift,
tone?
and you
Yeah.
gotta, yeah. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know
so
what I
what's
mean?
on the menu and who's cooking?
I'm cooking, and it just depends on what that person likes. Well, if I'm on just a random date, I mean, I know what my person likes, so I'm not gonna give y'all that menu because then that's cheating. Like, no, y'all not getting a secret menu. But yeah, no, I'm a cook. I'm usually the better cook in my relationship, regardless. I can chef it up. So it just
That is
depends.
Okay,
nice.
Mama told him well. He
Oh
said
yeah,
I'm the
very much so. Shouts out to
yes.
mama.
Okay, so give a massage or get one. But that goes along with the other question because you said you're not really a giver.
Oh, that is not what I said.
Hey, that's not what
You
you,
said
you
you
said.
don't
She
get
twisted
gifts.
words.
I think. Look, see, I think massage
Get
is
in the
fine.
comments. Y'all heard me. Get in the comments. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that
I'm
nigga
listening.
said he said he's a giver, but he don't really want to receive gifts.
Yeah, it's like I don't need a gift. You know what I mean?
So if you get a massage, so okay, so if you give a massage, you're not expecting one in return.
Not really. I mean, it's
Mm.
Yo, your passport book
oh
be full. Hold
oh.
up, hold up,
See,
hold up. Your
y'all
passport
not gonna
be
pull
full.
y'all not gonna pull me into y'all thing. Nope,
Listen, his
nope.
passport book be full. I
She
know he be
cheating.
wanting to get them feet rubbed. I know he
She
be putting.
cheating. She cheating.
Them
Nah.
niggas be running around. I know.
Hey,
No,
don't. Hey, Flo, don't fall for this, bro. Don't fall for this. Nope.
that was a
No,
It was a legit
no,
question.
no. Yeah, legit for you. Nope, not doing it. Nope, nope.
I swear it was a legit question that had nothing to do with me and him.
Nah, I'm a foot rubber and a toe sucker. I don't want you to do that to me. I'm cool. Yeah.
Shit. My second release though, they gonna die.
So are you a laid back, kick it at home, or you like to go out?
Um, it depends. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might want to go out to like the popping spot, and it throws your night off because sometimes I don't want to go out with my bodyguard who's in the comments, but you know sometimes I don't want to go out with him. You know, and he know that. So if I'm going out somewhere, I tell him this is where I'm going, but it's probably gonna be like way like Caucasian, like somewhere that I can just chill and you know what I mean and just relax and enjoy my girl or whatever. You know what I mean?
They know you
Um,
though. Don't front. They know you too though.
yeah, but see, this the thing. I don't rock with no no little like timid people ever. So it's like I don't want to go to no hood spot and then you know it turned into a whole like I mean this motherfucker all in your face and you know what I mean? You know how I go. You know how I
Yeah.
go. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'd rather be ducked off or at the crib chilling, cooking. You know, rubbing feet, sucking toes. You know how I go.
You said rubber feet second time.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
You just gave us too
I
much
met,
of a visual.
I'm trying to give y'all the playbook, but it's all good. Whatever.
I made it short, and we got through the questions, and you passed. Just want you to know, because your
Appreciate it.
special lady is in the comments, right? That's what you said. Or
No,
she? Oh no,
I
he
didn't
knows.
say that.
He
Well,
knows who she is. I'm just.
no, if she is, she ain't said nothing. So I don't, you know, I mean,
Oh,
yeah, no,
okay.
I said my bodyguard. Oh, you thought my girl was my bodyguard?
I mean, aren't we? Aren't we? We be like, who that?
Nah, my for real bodyguard in real life. My paid
We be like,
bodyguard.
who is that?
Oh, that is funny. Oh my God. Nope, you're not throwing me under the bus. Nope, nope.
Thanks for giving me your time, Jay.
Yes, ma'am. Hey man, stop asking for return massages, bro.
I'm not. I be asking when I got a little quick here and there. You know what I mean? But see, I won't do it the same day. It'll be like the next day, 2 days later. I'm like, I got this little quick on my back. You know.
He lying.
No.
He lying. But it wasn't about me or him. It was a legit question.
Nah, you look straight at me though when you ask the question.
She
No,
looked
I
straight
looked at you
at
when
you,
he gave
bro.
the. I looked at you when he gave the answer.
She looked straight at you. I don't care what nobody say.
You look straight at me. Listen, man. When you gone, right, Jason? This is always the last question that I ask folks, and I didn't ask you last time because it wasn't in my playbook. But what do you want your legacy to be when you're gone? People look back on J.Holiday, aka your full government name. What do you want people to remember?
Um, so I want them to be able to go back and look at stuff like this and just see organic friendship and relationship. You know what I mean? Past me, past like the closest people, like the closest people to me, vouching for me. You know, you always gonna get good reviews from like bodyguard managers, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But like when it comes to like people like you who I don't get a chance to talk to all the time, but I know we got a good relationship. We got a good business relationship. You know what I mean? For you can vouch for me and be like, oh, nah, for real. Like, yeah, go ask FloWay. You know what I mean? For my music to stand the test of time and for my kids to be good, bro. You know what I mean? However they want to move around, some kids go through it because their parents don't think about their kids when they're dealing with this industry. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff that I don't do, or a lot of ways that I don't act, be to make sure that they don't get attacked or bothered or harassed by anything that I did, which was not their fault or anything that they signed up for. So that's my legacy. You know what I mean? Just to always have good reviews. You know.
Blessings, my brother. Time, man. So important. February 7th. You, The whole project is produced by Milk and Sis.
Yeah.
You know, what's one thing that you want people to take away from this album when they hear it?
Use your time wisely, man. Stop asking for it if you're gonna keep wasting it. Because time don't stop for nobody. Money come back, time don't.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You can't
Money
get that.
come back, time don't. You know what I mean?
Listen,
So
I be mad. I be mad as hell when I'm on a phone customer service and they take 45 minutes, an hour of my time. They got you on hold and all that kind of shit. So it's like, yo, that's time that you're not gonna get back. And
and still don't answer, you gotta still call them back tomorrow.
you still gotta call back. You still gotta
Yeah.
back more time. And I think
Yeah.
that this pandemic in life, you know, you can always do things again, right? You can always repeat things. You can always reinvent yourself as long as you're still here breathing. But the time is different.
Time is different.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different
For
climate.
sure. Yeah.
Time keeps going, man. And Milk and Sis is
Always.
second. Man, Jay, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate everything you've given to music. We appreciate you for sticking through and still continuing to deliver. You know what I mean? People have been waiting, but you always give us good music when you put out the music. Man, we appreciate you, man. I look forward to seeing you soon. February 7th, the album comes out. Yeah, make sure I get it. It's going to be available on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
We got the album release. I'm coming to the ATL in a few weeks. That information will be released soon. You got shows next weekend, right? Valentine's weekend. Where you gonna be?
Yeah, man, we're gonna be in Connecticut.
The 12th, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We're gonna be in DC, but that's a private party, so you know y'all can't really come to that. That's like a members only club.
I can get in. I'll pull up. I
The
know I can.
10th. Yeah, you. I don't know. I think they said you couldn't come too. But if I think your girl could get you in, but I don't know you. I don't know. I
You
don't
said
know.
what?
I say I think she could get you in, but you, I don't
Yo,
know.
wife, you definitely keep. Yo, anyway.
But
Yo, anyway.
yeah, and then if you missed the release party last night, just go to rapplug live.com and you can still access that now because now it's saved on the site. You can go watch it. But yeah, man, February 7th time. Shouts out to you. Yeah, man, that's it. Shouts out to D Jones, Milk and Sis, Slow, and everybody that has something to do with this album, man. You know.
Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Look, D plugged it right now. Dallas, February 10th.
Yeah.
Foxwoods, February 12th. DC, February 14th. Go get your tickets. J.Holiday, man. He out there. He moving. This album's coming. Man, we excited. If you missed any part of the conversation tonight, it will be available on Spotify tomorrow at noon. Or wherever else you get your podcasts. My brother, man, I know you got somewhere else to get to, man. We love you. We appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.
That's a bet, man. I appreciate you once again. Hey, look, man, fit me in. If somebody can't show up, fit me in on one of them days, bro. You know what days I'm talking about. Fit me in on one of them days, my G. Yeah, fit me in. But it's all good, bro.
We're
We're
going
going
to
to make
work.
something
Love,
happen.
man.
Yes, sir.
Peace.